I'm going to tell you right now, the Democrats have never been more racist, in my opinion. When they come out and straight up say the things they've been saying, woke,
Yep.
you know, the intersectionalism, it's hardcore white supremacy to claim that white people invented scheduling.
Yep.
Like
hard work.
Right.
Exactly.
It's to claim that white culture, like hard work is white culture, is insanely white supremacist.
Agreed.
So there's a comedy sketch going around from Ryan Long, and
Hilarious.
it's amazing. He's got like millions of views by now, but it's two guys who are best friends, and one's woke and one's racist, and it turns out they agree on almost everything.
Everything.
Almost everything.
Well, at the very end.
Yeah, the very end. That white people are the root of all evil, he says. So the point is clear. Like, if the Democrats are embracing now intersectionalism, which is, in my opinion, like overtly white supremacists with guilty consciences,
Basically, yeah.
then they've not changed at all. The only thing they're doing now is, instead of fighting against minorities, they're claiming to represent them. And then it's like, you got to hand it to them, man. It's clever. If you want to sabotage somebody, let me tell you a story. How'd you guys like to hear a story?
I do. I want to hear a story.
Let me tell you a story of one of the cleverest murders I've ever heard about.
Oh, my.
So there's a story based in Illinois about a man who had gotten away with murder several times.
Okay.
And you know how he did it?
I don't.
He didn't go up to the people he hated and murder them, because people would have noticed either a fight broke out or he went missing. Oh, he was very smart. You see, what he would do is he would find a bar near a body of water. He would invite his rival for a drink where he was going to apologize. He would get the individual very, very drunk, and then they would walk out of the bar towards the body of water, and he would go right into the water. And then he would call for help. Help, please, help. And the guy, blackout drunk, falls in the water and drowns. And then once the people come, he's screaming for help, but he's the one who called for help. He certainly didn't do anything wrong. My friend and I got really drunk and he fell in. Oh no, I need help. And it was only after apparently some cop noticed that a bunch of these stories had popped up about a guy who was calling for help when his friends were drowning, and he put two and two together.
Yeah.
And was like, wait a minute. And it turns out he had fights with these people. So the reason I bring this up is this dude learned a very clever way to get away with committing a crime, was to feign being friends with the person and then sabotage them.
I see what you're doing. You're talking about the Democrats right now.
That's right. They started pretending like they're the good guys.
Yep.
Listen to us. We'll do all the good things for you. And then did a bunch of bad things.
Yep.
And so Chicago, there's no better example than Chicago.
You're right. That's true.
Chicago has been under Democrat rule for what, like 80 years or something?
Long time, yeah.
And it has some of the worst segregation, some of the worst violent crime, gang activity. They've solved nothing. At the very least, we can say they are completely incapable of governing a city.
Yep.
Let alone anything else.
Yeah, they straight up took all low-income housing from the entire north side of the city and just bulldozed it all and just forced everyone to go fend for themselves on the south side of Chicago. And then what happened on the south side of Chicago? What did we just find out? Like, what was it, like a month ago?
Well, so the area I grew up in, I was looking at Google Maps, and I was trying to show, like, here's the area and here's, like, the project housing.
Yep.
And I noticed the very strange thing on Google Maps, there was nothing but fields.
Nothing
Fields
but
with
open
surrounded by fences,
Yep.
and signs saying private property, you know, no entry. And then you can go back in time to earlier years, and I went back about 9 years, and all of a sudden all of the project houses were back.
Yep.
The city literally razed the entire project on the south side by my house.
Yep.
Just wiped it all out.
Yeah, and I've looked into like that kind of thing. It's like, so there was lots of gang violence in Chicago. There still is a lot of gang violence in Chicago, and a lot of the reason why it's getting worse, or it was getting a lot worse. I mean, now it's obvious reasons, but it's because they were pushing everyone together. Like, all the gangs from the north side got pushed down to the south side, and now they're getting rid of more housing projects. So people are getting more and more condensed on top of each other, fighting each other and killing each other.
I welcome Donald Trump sending the feds into Chicago.
Me too.
To be
Me
fair,
too. Absolutely.
I don't live there anymore for these reasons. But Trump said some FBI, DEA, ATF, like ATF especially, man, on the south side with the gun crime. Yeah, this is what I was saying before. Like, we mentioned this the other day. If I went out and I saw, you know, the CBP guys with the tactical gear, I'd be like, whoa, crazy. And it's happened before. I've seen that in Chicago, where it's like a bunch of cops come out and like SWAT, and then we call friends like, whoa, what happened? Did you see the police? That's crazy. You want to get some nachos from 7-Eleven?